Dear viewers, welcome back to the analysis of Yoleno TV. Today being the 4th of November 2022, I'm glad to welcome you back to your favorite channel. I've been quite busy lately, but apology for that. That's why I wasn't able to post videos, especially yesterday and the day before yesterday. But nonetheless, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. So, the Prime Minister Raila Odinga's post was powerful and shared the government slots on a 50 by 50 basis. This was protected by the national accord that was supervised by Kofi Annan-led team. I think you remember the enactment of that national accord in 2007 when soon after the disputed presidential election and Raila Odinga and Kibaki had to share power. So you find that Raila was literally like a first in command and could have a minister fired. So as a prime minister, Raila did not take orders from the VP, who was Kalonzo Musyoka. Why am I making specific reference to the prime minister position of them? It is because I want us to discuss about the prime cabinet secretary of now. Truth be told, that Musalia Mudavadi knew that his position, the position of a prime cabinet secretary, would be equivalent to the prime minister of the 2007 or the prime minister of 1964, 63-64, that was held by Jomo Kenyatta. So that is what Musalia Mudavadi thought its position would be equivalent to. You have come to understand that ever since that day of swearing in, whereby Musalia Mudavadi was sworn in, Musalia Mudavadi has been technically missing in action in most of those Ruto and Gachagua meetings. Right now, there is an allegation about Ruto and Gachagua touring, going to issue relief food to some of those drought-hit areas. And again, Musalia Mudavadi's name is not featuring in that. You see, I would have expected that kind of coordination would have been channeled to Musalia Mudavadi. But what has Musalia Mudavadi reduced himself to? Musalia Mudavadi has just gone back to the days of him being a politician. Like, when he was in 2013 and 2017, he was just someone back there in the village, back there in the western counties, especially Vihiga. Soon after Musalia Mudavadi was given that full mandate to be the prime cabinet secretary after oath-taking or after swearing in, Musalia Mudavadi went back to western and started preaching peace. I mean, to me, I could term that as, not understanding your roles. I think Musalia Mudavadi should fit in the shoe of a true cabinet secretary if he wants to remain relevant. But with Gachagua's shadow in place, I do not think Musalia Mudavadi will shine. I think if I may look at Matiang'i's arrangement in 2017-2018, whereby Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta decided to give or rather appoint Matiang'i into that position of a chief cabinet secretary. If you look at the way the orders and the coordinations that Matiang'i used to do, then you find that Matiang'i was more powerful than even the prime cabinet secretary of now. Matiang'i could issue orders. Matiang'i could not take orders from the DP. But in the case of Musalia Mudavadi cannot issue orders without consulting the deputy president, without consulting the president of the Republic of Kenya. So according to me, mimi naweza sema kuwa Musalia Mudavadi amechezwa. But I'm not going to talk more about that because we talked about it previously and many people have talked about that in most of the analysis. But what we're trying to talk about here is that the comparison between the Prime Minister of the 2007 and the Prime Minister of 1963, when Kenya gained its independence, is different from the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Allow me to also make a reference to Tuju's portfolio. Tuju was a cabinet minister who was powerful but without a portfolio. The funny thing with Tuju's arrangement is that it is almost the same as what we are experiencing with Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi is just like a cabinet secretary with no portfolio but with an office, a physical office. Of course, we're not going to delve into where that office is, but of course we know it's at the railway station. That office that has been talk of the town lately. But what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is this: the reality has dawned on Musalia Mudavadi that his post is nothing better than what was occupied by Raphael Tuju, a cabinet secretary with no portfolio. Take a look at this. Should there be orders that needs to be executed or orders that need to be issued? Do you think Musalia Mudavadi is in a position to issue those orders without the approval of Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua? Of course, it is true that the third in command is not Musalia Mudavadi. Of course, the law gives it that the third in command is Wetangula. That's another part that I think is a demoralizing factor within this Kenya Kwanza government arrangement. Musalia Mudavadi knows well that he cannot be the third in command who can't issue orders. Wetangula can issue orders as a speaker. Moses Wetangula can issue orders. Musalia Mudavadi cannot issue orders, and should he issue orders, those orders will not be followed. I am trying to look at a scenario where Musalia Mudavadi has issued orders and Deputy Gachagua is not aware of. Deputy Gachagua is likely to counter those orders by again issuing fresh orders. That is why we find that Musalia Mudavadi's prime cabinet secretary post is nothing different from what Raphael Tuju held, a cabinet secretary with no portfolio. So basically, Musalia Mudavadi was just hoodwinked, like I said in my previous analysis, was just coerced into, giving out the ANC party to UDA. UDA itameza ANC party yote, kwa sababu sasa Musalia Mudavadi sio party leader, amepeana kwa Timami. Inamaanisha kwamba UDA ina run, UDA is just another weak party that was transferred to Timami. What can stop Timami from growing that UDA party to be, a Lamu party, or rather, another party elsewhere, not a Western Kenya party? And that if should that be the case, then I think Musalia Mudavadi will not have a bargaining power going forward. And what are the terms and conditions of him holding that ANC party leader? Timami, I mean. But actually, it's on an acting capacity. So that means Musalia Mudavadi can decide to take back his position. So that already means that that was a briefcase party, someone else's party belonging, someone else's belonging. So ladies and gentlemen, I was just trying to do some comparison between the prime minister position, the chief minister position, and Raphael Tuju's cabinet position with no portfolio with this prime cabinet secretary, and how different is the prime cabinet secretary from those four positions that are mentioned: the prime minister, the chief minister, the Raphael Tuju's minister without portfolio, and Jomo Kenyatta's prime minister position of the 1963. That is, how different is it? Is the prime cabinet secretary different from those four? So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to wind up there, please. And as usual, I always like to encourage anybody who has not subscribed to our channel to please take a moment and subscribe to Uleno TV. give us a thumbs up, and then you go down there. There is a notification bell. Please just hit that notification bell so that you become part of this community. So that every time we upload a video, you will always get a notification on our uploaded video.